Hi everyone, it's Saturday, a little after 5, and tomorrow for worship, my friend Jay, who I found her on the side of the road in the rain, in the dark one night, and felt like God was telling me to see if I could help her, and I found out that she is trying to join the Church of Christ. So when I found out that she was looking for the way, not only literally, she didn't know where she was going, but looking for the way to get properly baptized into the body of Christ, I felt really amazed that I actually heard right from my spirit. And so I didn't hear anything from her for a couple weeks, and then a couple days ago she reached out to me and said she wants to go with tomorrow. So I haven't heard back after I replied. See, she doesn't have a phone, she doesn't reliably have a cell phone she can use. So it's a little hard to get a hold of her, but hopefully she gets back to me before tomorrow so I can pick her up and we can go, because that's really important to me. If God's trying to use me for something with her, he may have big plans for her, and I definitely want to be a part of that. Other than that, I work my last overnight at Quick Star Sunday night, and I'm done. After that, I'm just on call. If they need someone, they can call me, but I'm not having any more hours there. So now I only work from 8 to noon, Monday through Friday, at Jordan's Meat Market. And so I'm going to have a lot more time for God and prayer and meditation, things like that, because I was thinking I do get to listen to sermons and hymns and stuff while I'm at work, but I was thinking that it would be nice to spend more time in my prayer closet and not so drained. So I guess I probably was praying about that, how tired I was and not sure what decision I should make, and it just kind of got made for me because they were not appreciating my value the way that I would want them to. And even though there were many things that they could have used me as an example on to highlight, to get other people motivated to step up their game, instead they just felt like I was a hard worker, and so they could zero in on me and watch the cameras and try to see if I did anything that they could ding me for, so they could show their boss that they are working hard, watching cameras, catching employees, instead of thinking about, from a leadership perspective, what's going to make things work better around here. They're just trying to look like they did something, So after I'm already exhausting myself for this company, they're saying, after you get done, come meet in the office and let's talk. And they're going to talk about where I'm falling short instead of anything else. And I had asked for a promotion maybe a month prior, and I hadn't gotten it. So I was exhausting myself trying to make up the difference that I wasn't really getting paid enough I felt like I deserved. And also I started performing less good because of that, because it's you're asking so much from me, but I'm not getting what I need from you. So the leadership being lacking, I just kind of reflected it in my work. I didn't reflect that things were working perfectly, because if I do that, I'm making up the difference where leadership is lacking. So I'm basically eating it. And I have a bigger mission in life than to just eat things for Quick Star. You know what I'm saying? I have actually ways that God can use me to do good in this world, And I don't even feel like I'm doing good in this world working there, because it's like all day people are just carnal and buying cigarettes, shooters, lottery tickets. They're just feeding their need to consume and unhealthy food. It's just all day long, and I'm like, this isn't helping. Do I want to give this many hours to this company anyway? Let alone, do I want to bring my A game to this company? And I don't. Not unless they were to lead it better and deal with things better. And so they bring me in and tell me the things that I didn't do up to satisfaction. And then when they're done, they're like, oh, and then it's a violation to have nails in the kitchen. And I was like, oh, well then take me out of the kitchen. I don't even want to be in there. It's the worst position. Overnight kitchen, full-time overnight kitchen is the worst position at Quickstar, and no one wants it. And I was doing it as charity for the company because I knew that they needed it. And it allowed me to be able to work at Jordan's during the day so I could get more hours, but it was not working for me anymore because I kept falling asleep. Not just falling asleep once on the way home. It's like the whole ride home, it was fighting being asleep the entire time. Like, I'd doze off, wake up, all the way home for 30 minutes, and I don't even know how I've been making it home. Like, God was trying to I think God wanted me to make a decision and cut one of my jobs. But I didn't know. Like, it finally became apparent which one it was, because I liked Quickstar because I could like listen to sermons all night there and listen to 12 hours of sermons while I'm working, and so I felt like that was nice. But you're gonna tell me that I can't get the nails, because the thing is, I work this hard because I don't really like people. I don't like enjoy my friendships because I'm not equally yoked with anybody around me. So if I have to live life like this, pretty much alone, I could work really hard so that when I'm off work, I can do things that make me happy, like get my nails done. But if I work really hard and I'm still not allowed to get my nails done, then why don't I just stop working really hard and still not get my nails done? You know what I mean? If I can't get them done anyway, then I don't need to slave this hard. I guess that I won't be continuing to get my nails done because my quality of life is going to change, because the income is going to change drastically. But because that's my full-time job, so now I only have my part-time job. But I'll gain something. Even though I won't have nails, I'll gain peace and rest and time with God and whatever, and also won't be getting abused and torn down at work. So that transpired this week, and he did not expect that reaction at all, because I think he thought if I was working this hard that I must need the money, and so it's pretty safe to pick on me and me not quit because I'm so motivated to have money. I can make money anywhere. This isn't like I'm not only able to get hired at one place. I could have had a high-paying executive job. I could have been like a psychologist or a therapist, and that stuff would be interesting to me. However, I can't, because I can't stand on the way that they are trained to help people, and I would want people to actually have help. And if I were to help them the way they need help, I would get fired. So I didn't even participate in climbing that ladder and participating in that rat race and being competitive for a title so that I could walk around knowing I'm important because I have that position. and so that I know I'm better than others because I have a superior like credentials or something like that. I didn't go that route because I don't believe in it. I believe that I could do it if they were doing, if it was aligned with what God's will is, if it was aligned with God's order, that would be one thing. But since it isn't, I'm not impressed by any of that. So I'll just get the jobs that are easy to get, and if they value me, it'll work fine because I'm a good worker. If they decide because I'm high value to try to get the most value out of me because other people aren't high value, then I'm going to respond accordingly. I'm not going to play that game because this isn't because I'm not a slave. This is a voluntary employment opportunity, and the minute that you're treating me like a slave, I'll voluntarily quit. I'll voluntarily leave you. We're divorcing. Divorce my boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not worth it. They don't offer me that much. But it's just funny, like, the things that, like, housewives, women, we didn't have to wear gloves. We didn't have to change our gloves all the time. We didn't have to, like, make sure, like, prove to anyone how many times we washed our hands while we were cooking our family's meal. It's like, it's made with love. It's not like, you did the temperature and I just wasn't really built for the workforce. I can do the workforce probably better than most people, but that doesn't mean that's what I was made for, and doesn't mean that that's where I feel like I'm at home and I'm fulfilling what God has for me or his plan or anything. It feels like I'm being robbed and stolen from and mistreated, and that I'm trading my hours for dollars that aren't even that generous. They're not even that many dollars. And, like, especially because I know that I could just be having guys give me money to try to marry me or something, and I could just be saying thank you and taking the money. And I'm choosing to do this instead because that can be dramatic. And then it gets annoying with all the drama. But it is annoying here too, honestly. It's all annoying all around the board. And both of them, you have to be in your masculine energy when I really just want to be in my feminine energy. But the workforce, you can't be in your feminine energy. You gotta produce results all day long like a man. I don't like that side of me. I want to be girly. I want to be feminine and soft and playful, and I want to be playing with my children. I don't want to be this. None of this is meaningful to me. None of this. None of it. None of it. And that's the way it is. I mean, we can't change things that we aren't willing to acknowledge, right? Like, is this true for anybody else? Like, if we acknowledge it, it's the first step. Like, are we being treated wrong in this world? Are women being treated wrong in this world? Because they gave us all these rights and they gave us all this freedom to make these choices that don't even profit us. And you'd think, oh, you know, at home as a housewife, everybody needs something from me and I'm exhausted and overstimulated and whatever they all say. But it's like, are you not exhausted and overstimulated from the workforce and all of those people's needs who they don't love you and you don't love them? And you're in your masculine when you weren't created to be in your masculine? We're We're able to do it solely because there are situations where we need it in order to survive. But this isn't how we're supposed to even be operating. This is not how God made us to have to live. It exhausts our adrenals. That's why women have such high rates of adrenal fatigue. All I'm saying is this isn't working. Raise your standards. Don't accept bullcrap from your supervisors. And if you have to work a lower class job just so that you have the freedom to walk away when they pull something like this, then do it. They're easily replaceable.